real briefly, but I want you to understand this because as you listen to the guitar tone that I'm using, what I want you to notice is I have a subtle amount of reverb and delay on the tail of this thing. Sometimes when you solo, it's nice to have a little bit of that tail on the end of your notes because it just feels more authentic. It feels more environmental. It's not so dead when you play. So as I'm playing, if I go, you can hear that kind of openness and warmness of that reverb and delay. Now, my rule has always been, for me, might be different for you, is that, and basically all I use is reverb and delay. I don't really use like a bunch of chorus and different things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because there's not. It's just not my thing. Either I have no effects on, or I'd have a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay. But I tell you, the little bit of reverb and delay adds to my confidence because it fills that space. So as I play something, I can take time in between because I'm still technically playing, because there's still something happening. So it fills that space quite nicely, and it makes me feel like I don't have to be in such a hurry because that effect or group of effects is filling that space for me. My main rule is that they're not interfering with what I'm doing. So as I play, I want that reverb and delay to come in when I'm done. I don't want it to overlap what I'm playing. If it's so loud that it's getting in the way of the notes that I'm actually picking, I don't like that. I like that to just be, again, I'll call it a tail. It's just something that's happening at the end. And there it is at the end. It's just filling some space. And it feels quite nice when I'm doing like a bend. And there it is. And, you know, if I wanted to do something real kind of guitar solo-ish on stage, maybe I'd even bump those up a little bit more and have it even be a little bit, you know, a little bit more powerful tail at the end of this thing. But most of the time, no. But it's just something to think about a little bit because, again, we don't always understand our gear. I actually had a student that was telling me that he bought an Axe Effects, which is a wonderful piece of gear, but he spent almost a year trying to figure the thing out because he's a techie kind of guy, and he was in there trying to figure all this stuff out and was forgetting about practicing because he was so busy trying to do all this other stuff. And I understand that mentality because I have the same kind of addiction to technology and all that kind of thing. I just enjoy that kind of stuff. So when it comes to guitar playing, I try and avoid it as much as possible. And I just stay in a place where I can plug into an amp and I can get good sound and I can have a little bit of effects and I'm done. So I don't spend hours upon hours. And I'm not saying that any of it's bad. I'm just telling you the way it is for me. So, but when it comes to soloing, it is nice to have a little bit of that tail or that wet sound that kind of fills that space because it makes you feel better. There's just something about it that feels a little more secure. It's like a blanket for me. So it's nice to have. I don't have it on all the time, but it is nice to have. So think about that a little bit when it comes to tone and effects and things like that. You know, you see me play these Ibanez gems with these EMGs a lot. It's my comfort zone. Doesn't mean it's right for everybody. It isn't, but it doesn't matter to me what's right for everybody else. What makes the most difference is what's right for me, right? So these they fit me comfortably. I can manipulate this guitar better than most any other guitar out there that I've tried. And the EMGs, you know, for me, the guitar is like the car and the pickups are like the engine. And these two just work together in a way that makes sense for the way I play and the way my fingers move and the sounds I need that make sense in my head and my ear. And I want you to think about that a little bit because it does make a big difference for you. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Listen, if you're ready to take your guitar playing to the next level, then I'd like to invite you to go to guitarzoom.com and sign up for a VIP membership, which gives you first access to my premium lessons each month, which are customized for your specific goals and skill level. Now, it's an awesome community of guitar players that love to play, have fun, and support each other's goals, and we'd love to have you join us. So go to guitarzoom.com and sign up for VIP today.